Flipping Royal Decree against Chainburn has to be one of my favorite things. Because look at our hand. We can't even play the game. Like, we have 5 bricks in our hand. 6 bricks in our hand. Hey guys, it's Aremia. I actually couldn't play the game for a couple months, so this account fell all the way down to the silver and gold ranks. So instead of just stomping my way back up the ranks with like a really strong deck, I decided to make this deck. One of my favorite childhood cards, Horus the Black Flame Dragon, level 8. He is so cool and has been power crept to oblivion. This deck is not good. Do not commit your ultra rares to build this deck. But it is really fun. And if by fun you mean losing a lot just because you're trying to play one of your favorite childhood cards, we're gonna see what we can do, okay? We're gonna see if this silly meme deck can get there against really anything. Any kind of win we'll take. Alright, so let's jump into the games. Alright, level monsters on the play. And we bring out a level 3 and it gets impermed, which really sucks. So we set a Called by the Grave and we're up against Dragon Link. So they're gonna go for some boot sector launch stuff. And we Called by the Grave, their regeneration target, so they can only go into Quad Boral instead of Triple Burst. I think Belingerus is probably a better decision, but that's okay. Maybe they're not as familiar with the Dragon Link deck. And they play Crush Card! I'm like, what the heck? Way to go, man! I love Crush Card. But they have literally no cards in hand. And we had Pot of Avarice as our last card. So we can still go up the ladder and summon out level 10. So, like, I admit, I did not see the Crush card coming, but it didn't end up working out for you. So we go level 10, and we draw level 10, and they scoop it up. So GG's. Silly level monsters on the play, and they max see us, so we're not on the play anymore, and we pass turn. So they Extravagance, draw some cards, and they don't do anything, which is curious. So we Harpies, and we find out we're up against Cubics. Cubics are a cool deck. Kind of confusing at first if you're not used to them, but that's okay. We're gonna do our Red Eyes combo, and level 5 gets Ashed, which is unfortunate. But we still get a draw off the level 3, and they play Reasoning. So my logic here is their face down card I thought was V-Jom. V-Jom cannot be destroyed by battle and negates effects by putting counters on them if they battle something. That's why I didn't attack. And then they play Reasoning, and because they have 1 V-Jom face down, or at least that's what I think the card is, I pick level 4 for Reasoning because I think, well, there's probably 3 Duzas in their deck, and that's the most logical or most likely, so that's why I pick 4. But it doesn't end up working. They get Ash Blossom off of it, so that's fine. And they grab Crimson Nova, and they grab Crimson Nova, and they grab Crimson Nova. So I'm thinking that's a lot of Crimson Novas. And they play Greater Polymerization! This guy is so sick! Look at this guy! He plays Greater Polymerization, fuses for Crimson Nova Trinity. Oh my goodness. He's way better than I am. Or at least his deck is way better than I am. And then Cubic Wave, gonna double his attack and then decrease my attack, which is cool. So he has 9,000 damage, and he's gonna put counters on them just to flex. And I take so much damage and he wins the game! Oh my goodness. I had to include this game because that play was really cool. So GG's. Silly level monsters. Once again, going second. A Prosperity, and we're up against, looks like Chaos Max, or at least Ritual Turbo. They grab Chalice Line off the Preparation, and Manju grabs Inception. So they're going to summon some some incantations, and they have a more factor pain, so we don't get to play the game during main phase 1. And they have all the ritual spells. So they're going to a more factor, shut down our main phase 1. So we have to go battle phase and then main phase 2. So we summon our little red eyes dragon, go striker, search darkness, and then summon it. And that lets us summon our level 6 Horus from our hand, level up into Horus the Black Flame Dragon, level 8. This card is so cool. It's one of my favorite childhood cards. And we have an infinite spell negation against a ritual deck that has to play ritual spells in order to play the game. So we're feeling pretty good, even though this deck is so bad. And they activate some things, but it doesn't matter. Whenever they activate their ritual spell, I'm just going to negate it every single time. So they get a bunch of cards, and they probably think that level 8 is a once per turn, but this is back in the day when really nothing had a hard once per turn, which leads to problems nowadays, but you know, that's beside the point. So they activate Chaos Form, we negate it. They activate Advanced Ritual Art, we negate it. They destroy our red eyes, which is too bad, because we could have done some more stuff on the next turn. And we draw a level 5 Armed Dragon, so we're just gonna go up the ladder for Armed Dragons. Okay, summon level 7, search level 3, summon level 10, and then get a draw off the level 3 discard. And it's Gamma, which does nothing. I was overly afraid of their face down card for literally no reason. And they make a mistake here. I should have attacked last turn, but it's fine, it's whatever. They make a mistake and use Zaborg to target itself, which is normally the right play because they get to like wipe our board and stuff. But they probably should have just gotten rid of Horus so they could, you know, play their ritual spells, right? That's the point of their game. So in response to their Zaborg targeting itself, I discard a monster for level 10 to destroy the Zaborg. So the Zaborg isn't getting destroyed by a light monster, or isn't destroying itself for its light monster trigger or whatever. It's getting destroyed by a level 10, so it doesn't have its effect activated. So we get to keep our monsters. And we gain some attack and pull out Pile Arm Dragon, which doesn't really matter. And most importantly, we got to keep our level 8, and they can't play ritual spells because we're just going to negate all of them. We grab level up, which does nothing. We're going to destroy their cards. Important, I left their incantations here and destroyed their other monsters because the incantations prevent you from summoning from the extra deck. So just in case they did have some kind of answer in the extra deck, like Nightmare Cerberus or something, this way they can't use it because they're limiting themselves because they're playing incantations. Which normally doesn't matter for a ritual deck, but we're going to destroy the face down we were so afraid of, and it's Twinsters, which doesn't matter. So now we destroy both their cards and pass turn. And they scoop it up. So Horus level 8, actually putting in work. Let's go. Alright, silly level monsters going second. And they have a full back row, but we have Harpy's Feather Duster. I don't know what that does, and I don't care. So we're up against Chainburn, and we Harpies, and they set Boo Boo Game, which is a card, I guess, and we set Royal Decree. Oh my goodness, Royal Decree. Flipping Royal Decree against Chainburn has to be one of my favorite things. Because look at our hand. We can't even play the game. Like, we have 5 bricks in our hand. 6 bricks in our hand. And they can't even do anything. 1 day of peace, cool. 7 bricks in our hand. 8 bricks in our hand. Discard 2 of them. And they scoop it up. Oh my goodness. That's too good. Alright. Level monsters again. And we have a pretty awful start. And we still have a bad start. But we have 1 for 1. So we get to do our Red Eyes Darkness Metal combo. So we're going to do that. And they imperm, which is unfortunate. So I just swing in and then set 2 cards and pass. So they Harpies, which is also unfortunate. And they Lightning Storm, which really sucks, but they don't have anything they can do. So we have Pot of Extravagance off the top, which is huge. And they cross out and pick Prosperity. Which is so funny. I mean, I get the mistake. Both are pots, they both look pretty similar and have very similar effects, but mine was not Pot of Prosperity. So we still get to draw 2 cards. So we get into level 3 and then go up the ladder. So we're going to summon level 7 and then summon level 10. And we don't get a draw off the level 3 because we used Extravagance this turn. And we pass, but we have our level 10 on board, and they scoop it up! And we win the game! Well, we did actually manage to pull some wins out and summon Horus. So the combo of Red Eyes Darkness Metal, Horus the Black Flame Dragon, level 6, and level up actually does work. On the rare occasion you happen to draw all 3 cards that you need. And Royal Decree is a really old combo. Way back in the day, the idea was to summon level 8 and get Royal Decree on board, so your opponent couldn't play any spells or traps. Of course, modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is full of crazy monster effects that can just completely shut the combo down. Horus has no inherent protection. I would love to see them revamp the Horus level archetype, just like they did the Armed Dragon archetype, because it's, as I said, like, it's one of my favorite childhood cards. That aside, we did manage to score some wins. I didn't include all of the games where we were just stomped by meta decks like Fluunderies or Tri-Brigade or, you know, what have you, because that's not fun to watch. But if you did like this, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, you know, do the YouTube stuff. I will see you guys next time, and I hope you have a great day, and God bless.